secondly, a lot of people over 50 think this is a foreign concept, and they think, quite honestly, this is just the complaining of young people that don't want to work. So let me kind of paint this picture. It is harder than ever to own a home. We know this, but how much harder? Back when my parents had to go own a home, the price of a home.
How old are your parents?
They're early 70s, so late 60s, early 70s. So baby boomers.
Yep.
And great parents, by the way, phenomenal upbringing, great values. So back when they wanted to go buy a home, in their beginning income years, 1970s, 1980s, home prices were on average about 3 times the average income in America. They are now 7 times the average income in America. Rents have gone up inflation adjusted from about $900 a month to now about $1,500 a month.
Inflation adjusted.
Inflation adjusted. The age of a first-time home buyer in 2008 was 30 years old. It is now 38 years old. First-time home buyer. So when we have a picture of a first-time home buyer,
and that's scary.
You think of, kind of a toddler in one arm, a dog, you're trying to figure it out, 38 years old. So what is causing this? Well, number one, I don't want to get like too Ron Paul libertarian, but the Federal Reserve pumping in cheap money post-2008 has just been a catastrophe. We have spent too much money, borrowed too much money. We have deteriorated our currency. And the purchasing power every generation is getting weaker. So your dollar is actually going less and less as far as it has year over year. So then what is the consequence of this? So you have a generation that is renting a lot more than it's owning. So when you do not own something, why would you defend it? So you find then political radicalization start to seep in, because an entire generation is getting routinely cynical year over year as their net worth either stays at zero or goes into negative. Now, my question for every Republican senator and congressman watching this, if you do not know these 4 letters, then you are not doing your job. BNPL. Do you know what that means?
No clue.
Buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later is how 60%, according to surveys, of Generation Z is paying for things month to month. They're not credit cards. So this is not regulated by credit bureaus. It's not regulated with credit checks. It's basically anything from Amazon to Instacart, groceries, clothing, furniture. You can finance anything. It's BNPL. It's run by 3 main companies, Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. And essentially, you're 21, 22 years old. You can split a pizza into 4 payments. Sounds great, right? This is the modern tech economy.
Buy a pizza on credit?
Yes.
Happening now?
You can go to Instacart right now, and either through Klarna, Affirm, or Afterpay. Those are the 3 big actors. These are non-credit regulated bureaus.
Shut those fuckers down tomorrow. No, I'm serious. I'm so offended.
Here's a depressing but true statistic. Companies Tucker could be
companies, just so we're clear. One is a
great extent with Policy Genius. Go to policygenius.com/Tucker to compare free life insurance quotes from top companies, see how much you could save and to what extent you could protect your family. Policygenius.com/Tucker.
And by the way, 2 of them are foreign companies, just so we're clear. One is a Swedish company and one is an Australian company. I did a deep dive into this.
You can buy a pizza on credit?
Yes, you can buy almost anything on credit. Concert tickets. You can buy, so when I'm a big sports fan, I'm a huge Chicago Cubs fan, it's just fun. I grew up in Chicago. When I go to buy tickets at Wrigley Field, they say, finance this over the next 3 years using Klarna.
Actually?
Yes. Concert tickets, Taylor Swift tickets. So what you have is a workaround.
What's the collateral?
There's no credit score, so it's just you. It's like your Social Security. They're collateralizing you. So it's very high risk for the quote unquote lender, but they have the late fees and the penalties make these companies eventually whole because they know they got you. And again, this is not regulated by traditional credit bureaus. So the federal government has not really weighted in on this yet. And again,
I'm just like
your younger folks can affirm everything I'm saying. Right? Am I correct? I'm not making any of this up. It's BNPL. So when I sit down with a Republican senator,
I never think of myself as out of it or not in touch or whatever. I flatter myself that I've got my thumb on the pulse of the country. I am shocked. I've heard people refer to this. I didn't realize if you can buy a pizza on credit, someone needs to.
But here's the kicker. And your groceries. The belief is that Gen Z is doing this to live above their means. Most are
refer to this. I didn't realize if you can buy a pizza on credit, someone needs to.
But here's the kicker. And your groceries. The belief is that Gen Z is doing this to live above their means. Most are actually doing this to meet their means.
So that's the definition of predatory.
Right. And so again, this is not structurally healthy debt. So there's an argument for debt if you have a mortgage because the whole system is kind of rigged towards mortgages.
Of course it is.
You could deduct the interest, the asset price goes up.
It's hard to get off the mortgage addiction. I did it, but
there's an argument for it.
You take your lumps if you don't have a mortgage.
And I think there's an argument that's actually an okay and
you could
reconcilable type of debt.
I know smart people have mortgages.
If you are in investment banking and you have student loan debt and that student loan certificate, that credential got you the investment bank, okay, you bet on yourself. Maybe that's justifiable. Again, I'm very anti-college, as you know. There's really no place where you can make an argument that financing your